The 2024 Formula 1 season is about to kick off. All the teams have unveiled their this year's challengers, and with that the new season buzz is really underway. So with pre-season testing about to start in Bahrain in just more than a week's time, it's time to lock in our 2024 predictions. Will it be Red Bull dominating yet again, or will Ferrari and Mercedes finally catch up with them, or a new challenger in McLaren or even Aston Martin will rise up to claim the crown? Get ready, because today I'm going to make my prediction of the ultimate winner of the 2024 F1 Constructors Championship. But before we dive into my prediction, let's take a moment to understand why this championship is such a crucial aspect of Formula 1. Not only does it showcase the technical prowess of the teams, but it also defines the hierarchy and competitiveness within the sport. The Constructors' Championship represents the teamwork, strategy, and dedication that goes into every race season, and not to forget that the prize money and wind tunnel time are allocated based on these standings, so even being one place up or down can result in loss or gain of tens of millions of dollars for these teams. So, with all that done, let's start our 2024 F1 Constructors' Championship prediction. First up and at 10th place will be Haas. Haas finished 2023 season at last position, and I don't see them moving up or scoring any point this season, at least in the first half of the season. Last year they had a good qualifying car, but in race it used to just transform into tractors and their tire degradation used to stonks. They brought a B-spec car at Austin, but it didn't seem to make a load of a difference in their performance. And now also with Gunter Steiner gone and Ayao Komatsu, their new team principal, saying that he expects the team to be last at least in the beginning of the season, has not filled us with much confidence. In my opinion, Nico Hülkenberg will again be the ray of hope for this US licensed team with his experience, pure quali pace and him scoring odd points here and there mostly in sprints is all that Haas can hope for in this season. So, with all that, I don't see them finishing any above than 10th this season. Next up we have is 9th, and the team which will finish at this position is Kick Sauber. Oh my god, the team with second worst name and probably the worst livery this season. Last season, then called Alfa Romeo, had a dreadful year, just scrapping past Haas to lift themselves up from 10th to 9th. But even though they have new sponsors and have majorly rebranded themselves, I don't really see them moving any further up than 9th this season. With Audi coming back and taking over in 2026, I think their focus has been on that for a year now, and even though Bottas is a great driver, I don't think he has much to offer to the team anymore. And on the other hand, Joe, who by the way will be in his third year in F1, is still yet to match Bottas consistently. Yes, he had one or two great performances, but that's not much to write home about. So with Audi and probably a new driver lineup for them in mind from next year, I think 9th is the best Sauber will do this season. Now, for number 7 and 8. I think there will be a huge season-long battle between Williams and the team with probably one of the worst names ever in F1 history, Visa Cash App RB Formula 1 team, or let's just call them RB. We all know that James Vowell has done an awesome job since he has taken over the Williams team since last year, and I think they will continue to push in the same direction this year also. But on the other hand, we have the junior team of Red Bull, which, as we all know, once in every 3-4 years emerges as a dark horse and somehow manages an odd podium here and there. And now with new team principal and probably with the driver who will push to the max this season in Daniel Ricciardo, because he has to prove that he deserves that second Red Bull seat over Albon and Perez, I'm getting this feeling that RB will have at least one surprise result this season, and this will be the deciding factor which will help them finish above Williams. So with that, I'm predicting RB to finish 7th and Williams to finish 8th. At number 6, I'm going to predict Alpine. So according to me, Alpine with their almost whole carbon fiber livery will be clear leader of the midfield, but will have almost the same gap with the team at 5th. Pierre Gasly and Esteban Ocon are both great drivers, but I don't think those Renault engines have enough in make them challenge for the top 5 finish. They might get some great odd results like P5s and P6s here and there, but I don't think they have enough to finish higher than 6th. So now, with 5 teams done, time for to predict the top 5 teams, and I think most of you will not agree with this, but I have a strong feeling that this prediction will come true. My first prediction for this top 5 is that all these 5 teams will be in mix, and the rate at which they develop the car is the only thing that will determine their order. So my prediction for 5th place finish is Aston Martin. Aston Martin came in 2023 season and just steamrolled through likes of Mercedes and Ferrari and were clearly the second fastest team for at least 5 rounds, but as the year progressed their form just dipped before they bagged couple of podiums in the final 3 rounds. So, I'm expecting something along the same lines this year also, but I don't think they will drop off that much this season. But the only reason why I am saying that they will only finish 5th is because of Lance Stroll. This guy is the sole reason why this team has not been able to finish higher, and as long as he is in that team, I don't think they will finish higher than 3rd ever. Fernando Alonso will this year also get all the podiums for team, and I also think he will finally get the long-awaited win number 33 this season. Moving on to number 3 and 4, I think most of you will not agree with this prediction, but I'll just straight up say it, finishing 3rd and 4th respectively will be McLaren and Mercedes. Yes, I am predicting Mercedes will finish 4th. So before you start abusing me, hear me out first. I think this will be decided in the final round of the season. But the pace and promise which McLaren showed in second half of the last season, I think they will have that throughout this season and will be in the mix for the podium finish this whole season. Whereas on the other hand, Mercedes will drop their performance compared to their high standards, but the brilliance of Lewis Hamilton will keep them in the fight till the final round. But the major factor will be Hamilton's move to Ferrari in 2025, so in the later half of the season I think the awkwardness will start to grow between Mercedes and Lewis, because they will try to hide their development plans for the car from Lewis, and this awkwardness in some way will impact their performance also. So with all that, I can see McLaren finishing above Mercedes this season. Now to the moment you all have been waiting for, the final two teams. Will the Red Bull once again dominate the whole season and win 3rd straight title in a row, or will Ferrari finally rise up from ashes and finally after 2008 win their first Constructors Championship? So according to me, your 2024 Formula 1 Constructors Champions will be Red Bull, which by default means Ferrari will finish 2nd. I know most of you have been saying that Ferrari or Mercedes will finally win this season and end Red Bull's dominance, but there is no way Red Bull dominance will end this season. Yes, Ferrari will win more than just a single race this season, but still I can see Red Bull dominating the field. Red Bull shifted their attention towards the development of this year's car in last year's summer break, which was in August, and we all know what Adrian Newey can do if he gets time to draw in his red notebook. Therefore, I think they will once again win majority of the races this season. So with that, once again your Constructors Champions will be Red Bull Racing. So this concludes my prediction for 2024 F1 Constructors Championship. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and help us grow in this F1 community. Thanks for watching.